Hi guys! Happy almost Christmas. I feel like I told everybody I was going live, but then I said it was like 5 minutes and I was like 8 because I'm never on time. Never. I have a kid and I know that's not an excuse. So many people will be like, no, you just don't respect people's time. And I'm like, nope. It's literally because my kid. um, I'm coming live to talk about a couple things. So thanks for joining me. I can't wait to talk about what I want to talk about. I'm trying to find a shirt to wear because I'm cold. And my kid just got me soaking wet, so yay! My room's also a mess, so thanks for joining me. Anyway, we'll just sit here, I guess. Hi! Happy almost Christmas if you missed that first message. I hope all of you guys are doing wonderful. Oh, my tit's almost out. That's great. I wanted to come live and talk about, because tomorrow's Christmas Eve, and then the next day's Christmas, right? And we're all probably stressing out. We're running around trying to get wrapping done if we haven't done yet. I did most of mine. Some of it's not done. But we're all under this like extreme pressure on top of seasonal depression, on top of everything seeming like it all revolves around this idea of buying people shit. And it's just such a commercial holiday right now. And it's stressful, it takes away from the real meaning of like all of it, no matter what you believe. And it puts all this weight on us, and a lot of people get sick during this time. And people think it's because of like, being cold and stuff, but most of the time it's because of stress. Your body shuts down during stressful times, and you're more likely to get sick, which is why probably I have a cough right now. But, I just wanted to come live and remind you all that you're amazing, you're beautiful and strong, and that you can eat whatever the fuck you want the next few days. You can eat whatever you want whenever in your life, but to not limit yourself or hold yourself back or tell yourself differently and allow yourself to think bad things about yourself when you indulge over the past next few days, when you enjoy these holidays, and when you go up for seconds of whatever you're having and have 4 slices of fucking pie. Like, I don't care. I just want to remind you that you guys are incredible and that doing those things has no effect on your worth or who you are, and to not let them weigh you down, and to remember like the real reason for Christmas. And if your kid's a shit about the gifts you give them, or your husband is, or whatever it is, to just remember and try to remind them to be grateful for what you have, and to take a second and just teach them about, the fact that other people don't have as much and can't do as much and all of that. But it's really just to remember yourself during this time, in the next few days, and to remember yourself in the way of just giving yourself space. If you need a moment, if you have to break away, if you have to be like, yo, partner, yo, whoever, like, I'm going to take a minute and step wherever, like, I'm going to escape to my bedroom. I'm going to go for a walk outside. Like, there's going to be moments in which it's too much for me, whether that's family, whether it's the moments, whether it's just overwhelming. It's okay to take a minute for yourself and say, holy shit, this is a lot. Like, I just need a minute. Taking those moments for yourself is not selfish. Just because it's Christmas does not mean that you have to be part of every single second and enjoy the stress. You don't have to. And so to remember to give yourself, don't want to say grace, it's not really my favorite word, but to give yourself space and, what's that word? I don't know. Give yourself the approval or whatever that you need to be able to do these things. And eat all that you want. Wake up and have fucking chocolate for all I care. We are literally having an appetizer table because I said I'm not cooking. I'm just not. So we're having an appetizer table and I'm making chicken and waffles. Like chicken nuggets from Walmart and Eggo waffles with dipping sauces. Like, I'm making dipping sauces. Other than that, like, it's frozen shit. Because I said I wasn't doing it this year. And I think that deciding what's best for you and what's best in the sense of how to keep your holidays happy and you happy. And just being your happiest self is what's important. It's not the fact that it's a gigantic meal or the fact that you overworked yourself to death to do it. It's all the rest of it. The fact of like the smiles on your family's faces and the smiles on your kids' faces and the smile on your own face. If your partner or someone didn't get you what you wanted for Christmas, buy it for your motherfucking self. Because you deserve it. Like you do. And, you know, my mom instilled this thing into me when I was young. And it's one of my favorite things. And I'll do it if I have to. But she would do a to herself from herself gift so that she knew that under the tree there was something that she really wanted and that she deserved for this year. Like she knew that she was worthy and deserved something. And so no matter what, every year she brought herself a to Michelle from Michelle's gift. And I love the idea. I love the idea that no matter what, you're going to open something that makes you super happy and smiley on Christmas. And you're reminding yourself that you're worth it. Like you're reminding yourself everything that, you know, you do for everyone else. You know how I have like 7 stockings sitting here, even though I only have 1 kid. Like anyone who's coming to my house pretty much has a stocking. But I do for everyone else. And I think that if you could just take a second and remind yourself that you're worthy of things too, and that people don't usually put this much effort into you, which is sad. Maybe remind people to do that. But just give yourself something. Give yourself that time, that space, and buy yourself that fucking present. Like budget in every year for Christmas, your to yourself from yourself gift, and give to you and remind you that you're worth it, and that someone cares about you and loves you, even if that's only you. And I know that sounds really depressing. It's not meant to be, but it's meant to say that you're thinking about yourself in this time too. And you're giving yourself time and space, and you're dedicating your happiness to yourself as well as everybody else. Like you are providing for you, and that's important. So as I said, eat whatever you want, do whatever you want. And just remember that I love all of you and that you're strong and beautiful and all of these things, and that the holidays do not define you. And it's okay to get stressed. It's okay to need a minute. It's okay to have a breakdown. It's okay to have all of it. And that's all I have to say. I have like a week and a half before I go back to work, and then, you know, a month before my next surgery. And yeah, I'm just sitting here in my bed. Sorry, I'm like half naked. But you know, I'm just trying to use this time to reflect on me, and just remember like what's good and what I can do to better myself instead of focusing on everyone else, because that's something I do is I focus on everyone else and I get caught up. And then, you know, I realize, holy shit, I have so much more to do because I focused on the other things instead of the things that I needed to for myself. So yeah. And also, I guess this is a different fact, but give grace to other people too. Today's been really hard. This week has. The person building our addition hasn't really, like, they got sick and then they haven't answered me, and I realized like it's the holidays, and so I'm trying to. What, babe? I'm upstairs. I'm live. Give me like 10 minutes. Oh, you lucky. So just remember that like it's the holidays and other people are probably going through shit too. Because like yesterday I had probably the worst day. I mean, it wasn't the worst day. It was a bad day. My brother was an asshole, which is normal, but it definitely is a trigger because I grew up with an abusive brother in many different ways, whether that's like mentally, physically, all of it. And so yesterday we were in person and he said something really bad to my son. He called him a really terrible name, in my opinion, and it was very triggering for me because I realized that was going to be history repeating itself, and I took charge and said, no, we're not doing this, and I removed my son from the situation. That was just the start. My kid got sick, so he's like has a cold and was having a fever, but then luckily I realized when we got home and my kid's temperature was like a 98 that my mom's reader was wrong, so it's okay. But on top of that, I left my wallet on top of my car and drove off. It had like $200 something in cash and all my credit cards, and I just got in the wallet 2 days ago because I hate wallets. And I put in my new license that I I got on my birthday in September, and I hadn't put it in a wallet yet till 2 days ago when I got the new wallet. Um, and then I lost it. So within 48 hours of like doing all of these things that I hadn't done for months and decided to finally do, I decided to drive off and lose my wallet. Luckily, the great thing is it was found. All my cards were found after I canceled all of them, but all the money was gone, of course. But I don't really care. I said, that's great that somebody else is going to have an amazing Christmas and use that money for themselves. And hopefully it brightens their holiday and they can use it in a good way. Like it's all the way I can look at it. But I'm really trying to like see the good in things lately. So if you can just take a minute to just look past all the stress on Christmas, like wake up Christmas morning. I know it's stressful. You're like, oh shit, like gotta open gifts, gotta do this, gotta do that, Instead, take a minute and enjoy it. Let your partner do something. Like, do not try to handle it all yourself. And if you see that like things are lagging because you're not handling it all yourself, that's fine. Because you only get this Christmas once, and enjoying that time in this moment in all of it is super important. And I feel like as givers and as women, and especially as moms, we are so worried about making everything perfect for our children, and doing everything and having everything set up and all of that and planning and all of it, that we don't actually like sit back and enjoy the moment of when things actually happen. Like I've been preparing for Christmas for months, and it's my favorite holiday, and every day has been dedicated to doing something with my kid and making Christmas perfect. That I really hope that I can take a step back on Christmas and actually enjoy the moments, and be present. So yeah, that's all I got. I love you all. I hope you have the merriest of Christmas. I'm sure you'll see me before then. I'm pretty sure I'll post something the days of, but I just wanted to say to remember you and that I love you all.